Hello everyone, myself Ketan Bhavsar, Assistant Professor in LJ Engineering College, Ahmedabad. In VLSI Design subject, unit number 3, MOS transistor, and today's topic we are talking about MOSFET capacitance. In previous session we discussed about MOSFET scaling and what exactly the use of MOSFET scaling and how MOSFET scaling is generally effect on a specific designing of the transistor level circuit. And there are the two type of MOSFET scaling: constant field scaling and constant voltage scaling. And based on these two type of the scaling factor, we try to improve the quality of a VLSI design and also try to improve the packaging density factor of VLSI design. So using the MOSFET scaling, we try to improve the quality of circuit and also try to design a compact package, and that package can be helped to design the efficient mechanism. So MOSFET scaling is play a main role when we are working with a specific level of transistor or when we are working on specific type of circuit in terms of the quad circuit, DIP based circuit, TQFP based circuit. So scaling is play a main role, and in that particular scaling factor we have some physical parameter like length, width and dimension, and also we are focusing on specific voltage parameters like VDS, VGS, VTO, VDD and etc. So in previous session we discussed about MOSFET scaling, and today's topic we discuss about MOSFET capacitance. So as you can see, we draw here the MOSFET capacitance. It's just a simple diagram point of view. You can see the gate, drain and source terminal, and basically gate, drain and source terminal, and this one is your body terminal. So we basically see the capacitance between gate to drain, capacitance between drain to body, capacitance between source to body, and capacitance between gate to source. And this one is a capacitance between gate to body. So these are different types of capacitance that you can see when we discuss about a MOSFET capacitance, and this capacitance can vary when we are applying the certain voltages in terms of VGS, VDS, and it will change the value of VTO in terms of greater than VGS, greater than VDS. So there are the different types of voltages we have to apply on MOSFET, and we have to see which type of the changes occur in MOSFET. See, as you can see, this one is the internal diagram. Similarly, you can see the source, drain, gate and body terminal, substrate terminal. This one is the N plus diffusion area. So total length of the channel establishment in L, and LD is the length of the diffusion region of N plus on both the side, and as well as the total channel length. LM is the actual channel, it's LM. So LM is the mask length, L is the actual channel length, LD it's basically the length of the diffusion region, and L is equal to LM minus 2LD, means we have to subtract both the LD terminals from the region. And here you can see the Y basically represent a depth or particular region of N plus diffusion area. So basically this play a main role when we talking about a MOSFET capacitance. MOSFET structure is symmetrical because in the MOSFET length and width of drain and source is same, and because of that reason a overlapping capacitance occurs. So there are the two types of capacitance. CGS means a capacitance between gate to source and capacitance between gate to drain. In order to find out the transient response of MOSFET, there are the two types of capacitance: oxide related capacitance and junction capacitance. So when we're talking about the capacitance, then we have a two type of capacitance: the oxide related capacitance and the junction capacitance. On oxide related capacitance, we are talking about a specific oxide layers and what exactly the effect will produce related to the oxide area. And when we're talking about the junction, means we're talking about the specific gate, drain and source and body terminal, then we have to calculate the other type of capacitance too. So these two capacitances play a main role when we calculating any type of MOSFET or when we calculate the MOSFET capacitance. So as you can see that we have this type of the structure, source and drain design with N plus so that it work as a metal, and for removing the unwanted capacitance use a p-type region is called p-stop implant. Now there are the two type of capacitance that we already seen in previous slide. So oxide capacitance and junction capacitance. So now we're talking about the oxide capacitance and oxide layer capacitance. So we diffuse the gate, drain and source terminal and then capacitance produced. It's called a oxide layer capacitance. So because of the doping density, it will change the capacitance value. So it's called a oxide layer capacitance. Gate to source capacitance is actually the gate to channel capacitance between gate to source terminal, and similarly the gate to drain capacitance is actually the gate to channel capacitance between gate to drain terminal. So as you can see. Fine. So we have to calculate, we already see the two type of capacitance, CGS and CGD. It's for the gate to source and gate to drain terminal. When there is no applied voltage to capacitance is produced, it's a CGS and CGD is produced. So now the question arises in our mind is that how the capacitance is produced if there is no voltage applied. So because of the impurity concentrate, because of the impurity levels, there are the slight variation in the voltage side will be occurs. Definitely the channel will not form, but yeah, you can see the variation in a specific terminal side or specific channel side in terms of gate to source and gate to drain. And it is independent from the supply voltage as I already told you, because the reason is very clear, like it will produce because of the impurity level over there. You are not applied the voltage which is greater than VTO and the channel will not form. But still you can see the variation in the capacitance side because of the gate to source and gate to drain terminal. So CGS is equal to COX W into LD is equal to CGD is equal to COX W into LD. So basically you can see the variation on both the sides and you can definitely identify the specific information. So if you already know we have a total mask length is Lm, then the channel length L is equal to Lm minus 2LD. So when we applied the voltage, three types of the capacitance is still produced. It's a CGS, CGD and CGB. So these three types of the capacitance is still produced because of the applied voltages. So there are the three types of the region that you already know. There are the three types of region: cutoff region, linear region and saturation region. See, we have three types of the region over there in cutoff, linear and saturation, and already we know this type of the region because in external bias effect on starting of this chapter we already discussed these three type of the region. When we are applying voltages below the threshold voltage, when channel is actually formed, it is in linear variation, and when the channel is formed but you think increasing more and more voltages in terms of VDS, now it became enter into the saturation region. So basically we have to consider these three types of the region when we are talking about a MOSFET capacitance and a region calculation of MOSFET. Cutoff region that you already see, if Vs is equal to 0, if Vs is equal to in cutoff region, if Vs is equal to 0 and you apply the certain voltages in terms of the VDS, but right now VGS is less than VTO, so the channel will not form, but because of the impurity level which is near to this terminal, the capacitance value will be slightly varied. In ideal condition there is no value, so basically we are consider here 0 because it's a slightly variations, but in ideal condition we consider the both the capacitance value is 0, but because of the capacitance effect it will produce over here. So we considering the voltages, it's VGB is equal to CUX W into L, means capacitance width into the length ratio. So basically we are considering this type of the region when we are considering different types of modules. And first of all we are talking about the cutoff region. Now in linear region, that as you can see the channel will be formed in this particular situation because VGS is greater than VTO and Vs is equal to 0. So here apply the VDS in terms of the small amount, so the depletion layer will be created. We ideally consider VB is equal to 0 in this particular conditions, and because of it is a 0 condition, there is the channel will be formed from source to drain terminal and it is in linear variation. So exactly the capacitance value will be divided if the channel will be formed. So now we see, due to the depletion region between channel and substrate, and a substrate is not connected to the gate, so CGB is equal to 0 in this particular condition, as you already seen in previous diagram, as you can see. So CGS is equal to CGD is equal to 0.5 CUX W into L. So basically in this particular situation we have to take a 1/2 variation in CUX into W into L ratio. So basically it play a main role when we talking and when we concentrate on a gate to source and gate to drain terminal in linear region. So it play a main role. In saturation region, so in saturation region you already know the channel will be already in linear variation, but you increase more and more, VDS is equal to VDS saturation and also VGS is greater than VTO, and for the substrate terminal Vs is equal to 0, or source terminal Vs is equal to 0 and Vb is equal to 0. So if you increase more and more VDS, after some time you can see the pinch off point will be established because channel leave the drain point and it goes near to the source terminal, and because of that reason you can see the capacitance value will be divided, and the drain near to the drain terminal the capacitance value is approximately 0. So in this particular region the capacitance is more as compared to the drain terminal. So CGD is equal to 0 and CGB is also 0 because CGB is ideally 0 in this particular condition, and CGD is also 0 because of a pinch off point the channel will be leave the drain point, and because of that reason CGD is equal to 0. So CGS have a greater or higher capacitance as compared to the drain terminal, so CUX is equal to 2/3 W into L ratio. So the capacitance near the source terminal is approximately CUX 2/3 W into L because of a specific this region. So we can say that in particular these three regions, ideally in cutoff region only one capacitance is exists and it is a CGB. When we talking about a linear region, then two type of the capacitors will produce, CGS and CGD is equal to 0.5 CUX W into L. And when we talking about a specific saturation region, then in this situation CGS is equal to CUX 2/3 W dot L. So this capacitance is play a main role when we talking about oxide related information and when we talking about the oxide layer capacitance. So in next session or in next slide we work on the junction capacitance and then what exactly the application and advantage of junction capacitance is and how it will vary according to the supply voltages and what exactly the effect will produce when we talking about the junction capacitance. So this capacitance is play a main role when we designing the any type of the circuit like the RAM configuration, ROM configuration, we designing the live variations, and when we talking about the saving a charge concept. So this capacitance is play a main role. So I hope that you are getting the idea about what exactly the oxide layer capacitance is, and in next slide we work on the junction layer capacitance. So thank you very much, and if you have any doubt then you can contact me. So thank you.